This aircraft was so fast that when missiles were launched at it, its pilots didn't dodge, they accelerated. It flew above 80,000 feet, it never carried weapons, its design caused fuel to seep from its tanks while it sat on the ground, and despite flying some of the most dangerous reconnaissance missions of the Cold War, it was never lost to enemy fire. None of this happened by accident. The real story of the Blackbird doesn't begin with the Blackbird, it begins nearly a decade earlier. The world was locked in one of the most dangerous rivalries of modern history, the Cold War. The United States and the Soviet Union were both preparing for a war neither side wanted to fight. Instead, they raced to build bigger weapons, better technology, and more powerful militaries. But above all else, America wanted one thing, and that was information. The Soviet Union was hiding its most important military secrets behind one of the world's most defended airspaces. America needed a way to see what was happening without starting a war, so it built a spy plane. This spy plane was known as a U-2. The Lockheed U-2 flew higher than any military aircraft before it and was expected to be untouchable. For a while, it was. But on the 1st of May 1960, everything changed. A U-2 piloted by Francis Gary Paz was shot down deep inside the Soviet Union. The shootdown confirmed what the CIA had already feared. The U-2 would not remain untouchable forever. Although work on a successor had already begun, the incident transformed it into an urgent national priority. That responsibility rested with Lockheed's secretive Skunk Works division, led by Clarence Kelly Johnson, one of the most influential aircraft designers in aviation history. Their mission was almost impossible to achieve: build an aircraft capable of flying above Mach 3, fast and high enough to outrun enemy air defenses. The result was the Lockheed A-12, a revolutionary reconnaissance aircraft that laid the foundation for the larger two-seat SR-71 Blackbird. In July 1964, the Blackbird was revealed to the public. Less than 2 years later, it entered service with the United States Air Force, ushering in a new era of strategic reconnaissance. The Blackbird looked unlike any aircraft that came before it. Its long, needle-shaped nose, sharply swept wings, and distinctive chines blended seamlessly into the fuselage. These features generated additional lift at high speed while also helping reduce the aircraft's radar cross-section. At speeds above Mach 3, aerodynamic heating pushed parts of the aircraft beyond 300 degrees Celsius. Aluminium couldn't withstand these temperatures. Engineers then turned to titanium. More than 90% of the Blackbird structure was built from the metal, allowing it to withstand the intense heat. Ironically, a significant portion of that titanium was secretly acquired from the Soviet Union through a network of front companies. Titanium solved one problem but introduced another challenge. As the aircraft heated up during flight, its airframe expanded by several centimeters. In order to accommodate this expansion, the fuel tanks could not be fully sealed while the aircraft sat on ground. This caused fuel to seep out of its fuel tank just before takeoff. But once the aircraft reached its cruising speed and the structure heated up, those gaps closed naturally. Powering the Blackbird were two Pratt & Whitney J58 engines specifically developed for sustained flight at speeds exceeding Mach 3. Throughout the Cold War, the SR-71 flew dangerous reconnaissance missions over regions such as Vietnam, North Korea, the Middle East, and along the borders of the Soviet Union. Cruising above 85,000 feet at speeds exceeding Mach 3, it was extraordinarily difficult to intercept. If a surface-to-air missile launch was detected, the standard response wasn't to evade, it was to accelerate. Over its operational career, numerous surface-to-air missiles are reported to have been launched against the Blackbird, yet no SR-71 was ever lost to enemy action. A total of 32 SR-71s were built. 12 were lost in accidents or mechanical failures, but none to enemy action. In 1989, the US Air Force retired the SR-71, not because it had failed, but because of high operating costs, shifting priorities, and political decisions. A small number briefly returned to service before NASA became the aircraft's final operator, flying it as a high-speed research platform until its retirement in 1999. Today, the Blackbird's missions are carried out by reconnaissance satellites and unmanned aerial vehicles. The Cold War ended. The Blackbird service ended. Its legend never did.